In this video, I'm going to show you how we are going to do the Excel spreadsheet for experiment number 5. So here we go. So you could type in the heading done by who, your class, and your data here. Okay, and if you haven't done so, then it's time to get ready to pause this video to key in your data. Just one thing to note, you notice that you type in, the column is not wide enough to display all the things you type in, because you see we want position bracket CM. So what we do, you bring your cursor here and you notice this cursor, and you will hold on your left mouse button and drag. Okay, so pause this video and key in your data. Right, okay, so now you have keyed in your data, and then it's now time to actually use some of Excel's features to help us to calculate the adjusted time. What is this adjusted time? Okay, you notice that at position of 0 cm, the time is 30.1 seconds. Now, we want adjusted time at the starting position to read 0. Okay, so that means that the time at position 1 cm is actually 1.5 seconds. And how do we do so? Okay, so let's show you what you should do. Okay, type in the equal sign to start the formula. Type in B7, okay, and minus B6, which is the cell above. Okay, so now as you type in B6, press the dollar sign first, then dollar sign, then B, then dollar sign again, and type in 6. Okay, so now you are ready to press enter, and the calculation is done for you. Now you may be wondering, what does the dollar sign do? Okay, we will see that later after we drag. Okay, so same thing, you drag, bring your cursor down to see this plus sign here, and hold down the plus sign and drag all the way. Okay, so now what does the dollar sign do? Okay, so you notice, let's go to the next cell. You notice that the cell reference now has been changed to B8, but we are still subtracting the value in cell B6. Okay, and how does Excel know that you don't want to change the cell reference to anything else? Okay, that's what the purpose of the dollar sign is. Okay, to tell Excel, okay, that hey, you must not change the cell reference after I drag. Okay, keep it at B6. That's what the dollar sign does. Okay, so oops, don't anyhow click. Okay, just press the escape button if anything else happens. Okay, so let's go to some other cell. You notice that okay, hey, the first cell reference has changed to B11, but still the other cell reference is at B6 because of the dollar sign they placed. Okay. All right. So very nice. Okay. So now what happens if you remember? Okay. To plot a graph, Excel needs your x-axis on the left and your y-axis on the right. Okay. But so what we want is that we want position on the y-axis and adjusted time on the x-axis. Now it seems like the columns are in the wrong positions. So what do we do? So we can just select the columns that you want. For example, I want my position 0, okay, 0 to 8. This data to be in column D instead. So highlight the cells by holding on to your left mouse button. Okay, now bring your cursor down to the bottom of your highlighted cell. Okay, and select the left mouse button, and you are ready to drag. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so you should have, after you highlight, hold on to your left mouse button and drag. Okay, there we go. So now you have your time in the left hand side and your position in the right hand side, and of course you see this part that disappeared. Okay, so just drag, okay, to see the entire content. Okay, so now you are ready to select both columns. Okay, insert, and remember the type of chart that we want. Okay, the one is this one, scatter, and the one with the dots, and the type chart will appear. Okay, so now you need to just change a little bit, okay, so that the axis labels will appear. So select quick layout under chart tools, design. Okay, I think you choose the first one and it will appear. Okay, so you are expected to double click here and then key in the appropriate axis title. Okay, I'll do the first one for you. On the x-axis it should show time. Okay, and you are expected to key in the axis label for the y-axis as well as the chart title. Okay, just select anything, for example position versus time. Now if you remember how to insert a straight line, okay, click on any data point, right click, select add trend line, okay, and make sure linear is chosen. Okay, since at time equals to 0, it's at 0, okay, so you can set intersect equals to 0. Display equation on chart, okay, and you will see the equation of the straight line that you just added. Okay, and then you have now done your job. Okay, and you can just drag the chart to the other side. Okay, and you see that if y is your position, x is your time, then y divided by x is your position divided by time, which is your velocity. So this number 0.6814 is your velocity, and now we are ready to just type in the info here. The velocity, okay, is equals to 0.6814, and perhaps let's just keep it to 3 significant figures, so let's leave the 4 out. And then okay, you've entered your number, so let's just type in the units here. So since your position is in cm and time is in seconds, so it will be cm, your velocity is in cm per second. Right, congratulations, you have found the terminal velocity of the steel ball.